limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
What you need, tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here we go. Let's go. Set a tone. Mike 4-2. Mike 4-2. Good track. Good track. Mike 42. Mike 42. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
First down, Vic. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Sayers. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now Dorsett, and an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Target, 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 target. Mike 42, Mike 42.
From the gun, Vick. He'll drop this one off to Sayers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now it's Dorsett, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check, 42's the Mike. Check, 42's the Mike.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now a give, right side. It's James. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. James. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 9, check 9.
They run it with James. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
and they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
No score after one on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They get it to Sayers on the screen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give now to Sayers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Yeah, 42 flat. 42. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Okay.
This one taken in by Hester. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Check 43.
They'll run on first down. It's James. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Ready. 60 outlaw. So don't say no.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That throw by Vick, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Vick now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 88. Watch 88. 66. Bullet. Ha. It's just me and you.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's it.
It's 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and inches, Vick being chased out left. He'll run it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Ricky.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
65.
To throw again. Vic. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Vic. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Sets up 4th down.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken about the 12. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's James. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. James. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's James. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's James. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They go with Jacobs. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Vic operating on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. I'm coming for the rest.
Vic goes play action. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
29 is the mic. Mike 29. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Come on.
On 4th down, Vic. And he's able to find Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Let's go.
Vic readies to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, He wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
42 is the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. So Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a toss going left. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
58, come on. Hey, we got to get this stuff up.
From the 29, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. 58's Mike, 58.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
All day, just like that, just like that. Back, back, back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Off the play fake, Vick. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
29 is the mic.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
29 is the mic. Mike 29. Let's go, defense.
On play action, Vick. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Singers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. James. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch tight end. Hey, you got 3 down. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They run with Sayers. A little juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We better than that.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, watch the script.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Get hands on motion, man. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Check.
Check, check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover. Go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Hester. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Sayers. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Coming up for you. I'm going to take.
Check 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Bills, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.